So this person says that on May 30th, 2007, there was a great show about the nature of entities and channeling and how the false light works to trap us. It's very clear. Also, on June 2nd of 2007, Ron brings in Earth, 8th dimensional energy, and Christ's original energy at ascension. Very heartwarming and powerful. So,
why don't we do that tonight? So we'll go to the light ship, and we won't do any rooms. We'll just bring in the ascension energy of 2,000 years ago. So everybody, ready to go to the light ship? Here we go. You can bring up your animal, pets, flower, tree, garden, plants. And you can request healing. That's perfectly fine. So we're going up now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this will not work. Let's see. This one will work on the archives. It's the only one that I've done on Saturdays that will work. It'll work 3 times for you, and it's designed to have you tell your friends to listen to it. That's why I have it working on the archives. So here we go. We're on the light ship now, or we're going to go back and bring in the ascension energy that was used by Jesus and the light ship. We'll just keep it kind of loose here at that particular time frame in the now. So it's a little hard to talk about it because the light's always in the now, and we're bringing in something that was from the past. Remember, all energies are with you from the past, but we'll concentrate and pull this one out so you can actually feel it. So here we go. I'll count to 10 to bring the energy in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And just kind of relax. See how the energy is affecting your body. You should feel pretty calm and peaceful, and then also maybe energized at the same time. So how are you feeling, Anne?
Oh, wonderful, Ron. Thank you so much. We should still request a physical healing, right?
Yes, you can request a healing right now for your own particular situation. So in a sense, this is the energy that is probably stronger than what you're used to experiencing when you go to the light ship. So there's nothing that's going to have duality in it whatsoever trying to creep into your space. So it should feel, very strong and yet peaceful at the same time. And I'll bring in some more of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And if you have light beams up on your monitor screen, you might watch them. I would imagine they're probably starting to glow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And I'll use the word stronger to increase it. Stronger, 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 and stronger. Okay, we'll be in this energy now throughout the program, so we have typically maybe 20 minutes to go. So I'll just bring you back from the light ship, but the energy will stay with you. So 1, coming back down, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you can just see how you're feeling, how things around you look. Maybe you're buzzing a little bit. And we'll see what kind of comments we get as people comment on the fast chat. So back to you, Anne.
Okay. That was really, really wonderful, Ron. I feel like really peaceful. And that was quite a treat, and lovely that we can continue to enjoy this. So people might want to make a note on their calendar of tonight's show that this can be played again. The will this be for 3 times, Ron, or is this a forever one? Or
I don't see why you can't use it forever. I don't see any problem with that because it's a very peaceful energy, and you're not using it for anything but to become into peace. So that's it should be okay that way. So it's not it's probably the most healing energy that I could bring in because it goes across the board with everything. So it's not separated out by like the whole lifetime clearings. It'll just help you out with probably whatever you need at the present moment as you request something. So if you are requesting a healing, then I would just request one healing for each time you listen to it, and that's what I would recommend doing. So back to you.
Okay, we have a comment. What a treat. I feel catapulted into a pink cloud. So serene. And someone else wrote in, my entire body completely relaxed must be the first step to a powerful healing. And
yeah, I would say so. Yeah, that's great.
All right, and somebody wrote, we're all blissed out in a calm buzz. That is a very good description. And as we know, Ron, sometimes people are so relaxed they can't really type anything in. So we understand. But if at some point you want to send in how you're feeling during this, or even in the future, if you listen to this show and hear it again, occasionally Ron will say that a healing is unlimited and we can use it any time, and this is one of those times. So thank you, Ron. A nice 20-minute dose of healing. So the very smart, helpful listener who wrote in earlier said on the subject of judging, it might be a good suggestion to put one's own name in the curses, hexes, and spells clearing and the dark side practitioner. And I believe she means if you've been doing a lot of judging or inadvertently or overtly cursing other people. What do you think of that idea, Ron?
Everybody does that. If somebody steps on your foot and you're angry and you go, you stupid person or something or worse, Mm-hmm. People use, well, what are you doing? You're cursing them. And so you're the dark side practitioner now.
Yeah,
so,
I think.
And it's not a automatic reaction sometimes,
Right.
So, it is good to put your name in there because even put your name into the clone, the light clearing, and the alien to light. It can't hurt at all. And if you do have something inside of you that's hanging out, living with you internally, it might just get released and make you feel better. So back to you.
Right. Yes, you've suggested those before, Ron, and I think that's a great idea. I never would have thought of that, so thank you very much, listener. It's a great idea. So somebody wrote in, this helped me relax some. I could feel the energy for a short while. I think I will sleep better tonight. Thank you. And someone wrote in, hi, every time I do the mind to heart drop, I yawn. Would like to know what that means. Thank you.
Well, you're releasing the energy that's inside of you. So whether it's positive energy or negative energy, remember you don't want anything attached to something because it will weight it down and cause problems. So you're just releasing the energy, and the yawning is one way to do that.
Okay.
So that's what it is. There's nothing wrong with yawning. You just know that you have blockages and it's being released out of your mouth.
I yawn a lot, and I think it's a message. I mean, it's not so much a message, a validation that, wow, I really needed to do that. And I will sometimes yawn also when I do the finger exercise and command my body and spirit to be back on the CLS now timeline of light. So I think yawning is good. Sometimes you yawn, Ron, when you're doing healings for us. Very often, actually.
Yeah, normally I'm expelling air out of my lungs. more than yawning, but I do yawn once in a while. But I'd say 95% of the time I'm actually expelling air out of me.
Oh, I see.
So, so I'm actually exhaling continuously for a while, maybe for 5 or 10 seconds, and that's getting rid of the energy that got stuck in me. Otherwise, if I didn't get rid of it, I'd be dead. So back to you.
Okay. Okay, someone wrote in, very peaceful. Feet and fingers tingling. I'm a little lightheaded. Wonderful. Thanks, Ron.
Mm-hmm. And that's...
people understand that you could be a little lightheaded.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
Okay. Feels peaceful in calm bliss. Thank you. And
so this is how it is when you're out of judgment. And so now, why would you want to go into the political upset of all what's going on right now in the last week, of the ups and downs and back and forth, when you're going to be like this? Like I said, nothing matters, Just get peaceful and don't get into those timelines that bring you into other people's energies to contaminate you. Remember, once you're on a timeline, then you're dealing with other people. Like we said, when you do timeline crashing, there could be, 100 million people on that timeline suffering from something, and you're on it also, and you're all connected together. So that's why you don't want to be on timelines. So don't get caught up into something because the aliens gave you a timeline to visit and to experience a situation there. Get off of it. Get back into peace. And you can only manifest energies of source energy when you're in the present moment. Then you're working with your spirit as opposed to working with collective consciousness of the darkness and the matrix. So back to you, Anne.
Well, I think you got to exactly what we all needed, Ron, so I can't imagine that anyone will have can be upset or angry feeling like this, because it's very, very, very peaceful and calming. So someone wrote in about being bright light. Ron is right. I went to a meeting the other evening, and a few people commented on how light I was. When I came home, I felt awful and depleted. They really grabbed the best of me.
Yep. So you're probably in shrink wrap, or you emitted too much light around you. That's why you want to become stealth and just contain it inside of yourself. And remember, there's also the false light out there too. But if you're running your spirit energy, then you want to just keep your spirit cloaked. Don't have it transmit out like a lighthouse to everything. So yeah, and you could feel depleted because, either your spirit maybe got stolen, possibly parts of it. I won't say that could be the case, but it is a possibility. Or, you're taking all these hits because they're trying to steal your light, steal your spirit, which is your light, and then, your body took a toll on that. So that's why we always talk about shrink wrapping. Keep your energy to yourself.
Right, and hopefully there were no handshakes or hugs at that meeting, because that would certainly add to the ability of these people to take your energy. So somebody requested that I repeat the dates of the archives that the listener recommended. So I'll do that now. They were both in the year 2007. Again, all the archives are on the BBS radio station page, which you can link to through Ron's website. It's on the right-hand side. So that's 2007, and the first one was May 30th, and the second is June 2nd. And Okay, we're getting a lot of people want the 12 source energy, so of course I will send that out. Thanks for making this trip to the Lightship active indefinitely. I will earmark this archive date. Okay, so we have some questions here. I always put my own name in the whole life clearings. That's what I thought we were supposed to do. But someone said, I guess what you mean is to put our name in the incident box. So I think that is what you would do. Put your own name in the top, as usual, and then in the incident box, any curses, hexes, and spells that I have done or said. And same with Dark Side Practitioner. If you know the person that's attacking you, and you put your name in. So you put your own name in twice on the healing. Is that right, Ron?
Yes, you could do that. It's not going to cause you any harm, you know. So let's just say that, we have praises. You might have a couple also. I can think of one like you could say, well, what a fool I am, or something like that, or whatever, So as you say that, right away you're doing that energy, whatever those words mean and how much energy the aliens put on those words as keywords, you're going to be sucked into that energy and be attacked. So you're attacking yourself. Do you have a phrase you can think of, Ann, off the cuff, that people might say to condemn themselves or something? Or...
Oh, I think there are lots of them. That inner voice that's, oh, you did that again, or you're so stupid, I'm so stupid, I can't believe I did that. But also, I think, as you were pointing out before, we are cursing other people, too, all the time. I said last night that, I said something about the person that was elected, and that was a judgment. I won't say it again. So it's both. It's cursing ourselves and others, right?
Yes, that is correct. Remember, when you do something like that, you have an energetic cord going to that person. So all of a sudden, you're connected to their reality without you even realizing it. That's right. Probably the most harmful thing that people do. They don't realize what they're bringing upon themselves. So... anyway.
Okay, Ron, a listener, I'm sorry.
Maybe. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, a listener has a question. I just had a dear friend pass over. I feel that she was cloned out. Would it still be beneficial to run the spirit barcode removal for her?
I would say probably so, because the person may have some energy in them that could have been starting, maybe they wanted to get into the light. Maybe they got a little bit of it or something. It might be worth doing. I don't know. Because you don't know for sure if they're 100% or not. Remember, everybody on the planet is a human clone, and they change every 10 minutes. So if it's a real clone, 100% clone without a spirit, then it may not be needed. But, it's kind of up to you. The fact that you're asking the question means that you may want to do it anyway because you'd have peace of mind on that, and it might help the person. And maybe the clone wanted to come into the light, so by doing this, you're helping the clone, and that could be very good. They will now have a body created that looks like them but made of light. Remember, the answer is always in the question. The question is always in the answer. So back to you.
Right. Now, there is the spirit barcode removal that you suggest we all do, as pretty early on in our healings. But there's also the deceased loved ones clearing, Ron. And is that what you mean that this person should do for her friend, the deceased?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yes, that's the one.
Yeah, they're a little different. So the spirit barcode maybe isn't exactly the one. I think you mean deceased loved ones, and there are two. There's one for the spirit and one for the emotional body. And the spirit one is the more important one in a way. And the emotional one is if you feel the person is a ghost hanging around Earth and needs to be cleared. Is that correct?
Yeah. So the spirit one takes the spirit off the planet, so they're no longer ever going to reincarnate here again or be forced into the darkness reincarnation process. And the deceased loved one, emotional one, is if that emotional body of that person, body hops between family members and other people, and it gets stuck here in a sense because it doesn't go back to the earth energy, but it normally haunts you. And you start thinking about that person out of nowhere because that body needs to be released. And some people who have maybe pets and animals, maybe you had a dog when you were younger or a cat, or more recently something happened to it, and you keep seeing visions of that, or you keep seeing pictures of the animal, well, that's because that emotional body is still here. It's not as detrimental for, probably your pets to have that body released. I'm sure it would be good to have it released. A lot of people like to have it around because it makes them feel secure. And sometimes the animal can actually ward off stuff around you as it's trying to invade your territory. So you've all seen dogs and cats look around, and maybe dogs go off barking at something, and you don't see anything there. Well, they're chasing away something that's trying to attack you or come into your field. So the ones that are invisible can do the same thing. And it could give you a lot of comfort, having, your dog that you had for maybe 15 years that died be with you, and it could comfort you, and it will also help you. So in the loose term, you could call that maybe, I hate to use this term, but like a spirit guide or something, because it could be with you, and it's not going to cause you any harm, because, you had it as a pet or animal, and it's fine. You just don't want it to be implicated by the darkness to give you, a light of the darkness rover or something, So you don't want that to have happen, but, you'd probably be able to recognize it. But anyway, a lot of people do sense and feel their pets or animals around them. It won't be the spirit, it'll be the emotional body. And that can be very comforting. But for humans, you don't want the human body around you, because it will start to talk to you and give you scenes and situations, because it needs to get energy from you to live. So it'll bring forth disturbing events that you experience with them, and you don't want to have that. So I guess we could probably do one more question. We got a couple minutes to go. If you have one there, if not, we'll just do the mind to heart drop.
We do, Ron. Somebody wanted to know, just to confirm, how to word our command to the new thing you suggested tonight. Should we say, I command to shrink wrap and stop emitting light?
I guess that would work. Remember, your body has light, so you want to shrink wrap to hold your body, keep your body vessel, your body container, sacred. And then you don't want your spirit to go on looking around for stuff that you need to try to get rid of. So that would probably work fine. I don't see any reason why it would not.
Okay. Yeah, I think that was pretty good.
Yeah, and if somebody else has another way of stating it, maybe they could send us a little text after they play with it for a while, and they may have another way of, communicating this to their spirits and their body. But you want to become invisible. You don't want to emit anything out of you because you need it for yourself. So let's do the mind to heart drop, I guess. So we have to do this out loud. Otherwise, you're in darkness, and you can try it without thinking it. You're going to find that it's completely different. And this is what the people are taught through all the sacred teachings and mystery schools. They never do normally anything out loud unless you're doing a chant or something. But this is what you do. It's very simple. 15 to 20 seconds, you're in the now, and you're done. You can walk around and have fun and be in the present moment. So here we go. Let's see. I now command my spirit to take the thoughts in my head, drop them into my heart. Very, very simple. Now we'll count from 10 to 1 backwards 3 times to commence this to work. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Okay, everybody. Thank you for listening tonight. And thank you, Ann. Thank you, ladies behind the scenes. And blessings to all of you. Stay in the present moment and stay out of judgment. Bye, everyone.
Bye, all.